Good morning vlog. We are back for a day in the life. It's 5 AM, 5 AM club. All I do when I first get up is I've come into here, put on some stuff to go for a run in a bit, doing my best self journal, going through my plan for the day, setting some goals for the day, looking at my big goal, long-term goal, 3 things that I'm grateful for, going to the kitchen, make my shake, tea, aloe, have my tablets, and then I'm going to read for about 45 minutes and I'll show you what I'm reading at the moment. Sorry about the sleepy eyes as well, by the way, I've literally just rolled out of bed. But current book at the moment, 10x rule, really enjoying this now. If you're wondering where my hair's gone, got it all chopped off yesterday. What do you think? Mental? Like a little piphead. Right, make the shake. This morning plan, I've got a client at 6 AM, so this is like one of the only clients I now train still, and I'm going to explain why in a second. Actually, I'll probably explain why after I've trained him, because it's trying to be a bit quiet because Robin's still asleep, and then I'll be back and I'll explain what's going on. 5 AM, our neighbours love us. Job done. Hello guys, okay, run all done, PT client trained, been for my run. I'm doing about 30 to 40 minutes of exercise a day at the moment, about 6 days a week. Sometimes a bit more, sometimes a bit less. Today was just a 5k run, so about 20-25 minutes. Getting showered, now a couple of hours of work before heading off to London. Going to see Drake later on today, so me and Bob's going for a day out in London, night in a hotel, and then come back tomorrow afternoon. So exciting times. And I was going to quickly explain as well, the PT client I still train, so I've only actually got 2 clients now. One of them is a team member, she's absolutely crushing it, and the other one is this guy who I train, who's completely outside of Herbalife, but he's almost like a mentor for me, a mentor who pays me, obviously. But the thing is, I would do it for free. I would train him for free. Obviously, I don't. I take the money. But what I mean is, I don't need to do the hour of PT for the money. I do it more because of the mentorship that he brings to me. So he runs very successful businesses in the UK and in America. So he's only here about 2-3 weeks of the month anyway. But when he is here, we'll train typically 3 times a week, and in that time, I think it's just so important to get yourself around other like-minded, successful, hungry people with massive work ethics, and he's got that. So his work ethic in itself inspires me. That there's not a person out there who I know who works as hard as he does. He's probably working 80-90 hour weeks, and but his success is massively inspiring for me. So just so valuable. So whereas before I would train clients who I would just bring them in because it was a business move, right? But in reality, it wasn't actually good for my psychology because this person would be draining on my energy, and I'd almost be a cheerleader for them. Whereas I want to be around people who are like-minded, hungry, positive, and these things are only going to improve your life. Whereas so many, it's difficult. I don't want to hate on personal trainers. I don't want to say that negative people don't deserve to be trained. What I want to say is, it's so important that people that you surround yourself with, it makes such a big difference. And I genuinely believe as well that I attracted these kinds of clients into my life the more positive ones I mean from being more positive. So if you've currently got like a job, for example, whereby you're surrounded by people who are really negative, or you're in that, and that's your life with your family or whatever it might be, and the people you surround yourself with, all you need to do is go on your own little journey, and you will attract more positive people on the same journey as you. I genuinely believe that as well. So just get yourself into personal development. The best thing you can ever do. Do what I've done this morning. Wake up early in the morning, do an hour of solid reading, and just do it every single day. Be consistent. Join the 5 a.m. club. I couldn't recommend it enough, because through doing that personal development, it completely changed my circle. Not overnight, it took time, it's taken years, right? But from where I used to be and the social influence I used to have, it's so different now. But it takes time, so don't get impatient. Be prepared for it to take time, but trust me, in the long run, it's so worth it. And yeah, super grateful now for the people I get to surround myself with, because it makes such a big difference in my own headspace, because I'm massively influenced by the people that I'm around. My energy is like that. Most people is, but I'm really heightened to it. So I just know for me, it's best to surround myself with the right people. So, and tonight, seeing Drake, one of the most successful musician artists, whatever you want to call it, ever. He sold out the O2 for like 2 weeks. The guy's unbelievable. So I'll be there thinking, what an amazing guy, just admiring his business and his work ethic. And I think that's the kind of thing you want to be surrounding yourself with: inspiration, motivation, positive vibes, rather than being around the negative stuff that people can get stuck in with, which is what you don't want to be doing, because it goes down, it's a negative spiral. Whereas if you're going positive, it's a positive spiral. Cheers guys, I'm gonna crack on with some work. I'll see you in a bit. I'm gonna show you my setup. So got some drinks, tea, aloe, and a hydrate. My journal, so I know what I'm doing, my to-do list. I'm gonna crack on, see you in a sec. Just arrived in London, in Canary Wharf. Bob's is on map duty, just trying to find the hotel. Just checked in to our hotel. As you can see, the O2 is literally just over from the river. Then we're going to get across this swimming load, so I think we've got to get a couple of tubes to get there. But buzzing for Drake tonight. Going to pop in and do some shopping now. Love it here in London. Nice time in London. New tracky bees. You see the Nike. Don't know if you can. 80 quid. 80 quid for a pair of tracky bees. I remember when I was about 15, they were about 15 quid. Unbelievable, but very comfy to be fair. Just got back now. Going to start getting ready for the concert tonight. Going to get some food before we go in, and we're taking you with us. Feedback on Drake. So the gig itself was amazing. Drake was different class, probably one of the best gigs I've ever seen. Like, he brought a Ferrari across the stage, like it just flew through the air. I was like, this is unbelievable. But there was a downside to the event. So he brought out my favourite singer, one of my favourite singers, J. Cole, I think right at the end, but I'd left, I think me and Robin left about 20 minutes before the end, simply because we were surrounded by idiots. Like, I don't want to seem like a snob, but the girl in front of us was smoking the whole way through, and I hate that kind of smell. That obviously isn't allowed, but they were doing it secretly. We could smell weed. I don't know who was smoking that. People behind us were falling from the seats behind us because they were so drunk. The people next to us were literally, they couldn't even stand up because they were so drunk. They were falling through the seats in front of them. I was just like, this isn't the kind of environment I wanted to be in. So me and Robin just agreed to leave. Well, actually it was my idea to leave like 15 minutes before the end, because we didn't want to stand around while everybody was leaving at the end. So we've left, got out of there, thought that was amazing, but I couldn't handle another 5 minutes, and if we go again, we're going to rent out one of them suites instead. But yeah, so end up doing that and missing J-Cole, which was a bit annoying, but is what it is. You become an average of the people you spend your time with. So I was like, this is literally contagious. I can feel myself not enjoying this at all because of the people that I'm around. So yeah, the vlog's back though, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed it and taken something from it. This week coming up, we'll make another kind of vlog. I'm going to try and do a weekly vlog, guys, to keep things running, keep you updated. In fact, I'm going to do a little update on where I'm at now compared to the last vlog. So let me see what the last one was and I'll give you an update. So it's been like 4 or 5 months since I've last actually done a vlog. And yeah, it's been a while that I've actually done anything through YouTube. I've been really active on social media still, doing Instagram stories a lot and putting a lot more time into that. But since I last did a vlog, like, I no longer am doing my personal training online. My online PT has completely stopped. Personal training one-to-one, I don't sell anymore. I've obviously got a few clients like I told you about earlier, but they're the only people that I train and will ever train again probably. Yeah, everything has kind of changed focus now. So I've literally gone from spinning a few different plates and doing a few different things to completely realising that I want to completely focus on this one thing now, which obviously is the Herbalife business. So I read something about the man who chases 2 or 3 rabbits never even catches one. So from then I was just like, at the new year I made the decision that it was going to be a turning point for me. Was I was just going to go tunnel vision on just trying to build this business and focus on one thing. And the first quarter has been about building momentum, developing skills on becoming network marketing professional rather than just being like, for a lot of people this business is a hobby, and for me I never wanted that to be the case, and I want it to be like, I want to position it to other people that this is a profession, this is actually a serious thing that you can do, and it can give you unlimited potential and completely transform your life like it has for me. So I want this vlog moving forward to be about documenting that. So in the next vlog, because I know a lot of people have almost perceived it as taking a backward step, because I've built up this big, not big brand, but built up a credible brand as a personal trainer and doing online work as well. So I'm going to do a vlog next week on the differences from being PT/online PT to Herbalife. So I'm going to do a vlog just on that next week. So hopefully that'll bring some value as well, and it'll get the vlog momentum up and back again. Thanks for watching as always. Thank you for your time, and I will see you next week. Last but not least, always open to feedback. Just comment below if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next vlog.